Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Remote, for giving me the opportunity to share my story with the whole community. So, there. Um, we're all here in the luxury travel business, and we all know how much this business has changed in the last 10 years. Um, we first stopped operating tours and we started operating experiences. Then we started listening about transformational travel. And for me, transformational travel, it was really difficult to bring down to earth, like to really understand what it meant. So basically, what I'm going to tell you today is how this concept became real to us. I come from Uruguay. Our main office is in Montevideo, the capital city. But 6 years ago, I started feeling the need to go back to guiding, being closer to the experiences we operated. And we decided to open a logistic office in the east, in the area of the beach, which is very, very close to the rural areas of the country. We started with new tours, biking, kayaking, and horseback riding. And doing these new tours, I started needing more help. So these teenagers from the rural areas started working with me. Living in the countryside in Uruguay, it's very different to living in the cities. Even though we have one of the highest literacy rates of the region, most of the teenagers in the rural areas only do primary school. They never get to high school. It is very difficult for them. Most of them end up working in local ranches, farms, or just doing some maintenance in the gardens of the houses in the area. 3 of these teenagers started working with me. They would help with the kayaking, the biking. Let me introduce you to them. The one there at the end, that's Tito. Then this one here is Victor, and this is Quique. So in Uruguay, we have a law. They started working with me at the age of 15. In Uruguay, we have a law that we can give work to teenagers in the countryside during summer. So we had a deal. They could work with us during summer only if they didn't leave high school. They had to continue with high school if they wanted to work. It was difficult. It involved a lot of effort, ups and downs, bribery, extortion. But we finally got to 3rd grade and they finished. I'm not a mom, but believe me when I tell you that I could understand how it feels. So this year they all turned 18, and so I was thinking like, well, now what? So I'm going to tell you what. This is Tito. He's the most stubborn of all. He's like, I call him Grumpy. So he's going to start this year to work in a 5-star hotel in the region. He learned about service. He learned about dealing with tourists. And they got to know him in one of these hotels because he would go there to bring the horses and, he was around. So he got this offer and he's going to start working at that hotel, earning a salary 3 times more than if he had left school and would be doing maintenance in one of the local farms, as many of his colleagues at high school at that time. Oh, sorry. That's Victor. Victor is very intelligent. It's incredible. He wants to be a vet, so he's continuing to study. He's going to continue studying, and he's hopefully going to graduate. We have promised that he's going to be our vet, so we're going to be his first clients. This is very rare in rural communities. Usually children in these regions, they never get to university, so we will see. And this is Quique. He's with one of our guests there. He's very good with horses and very good with guests. And we're supporting him this year. We're going to help make him start a small company and teach him how to manage it, hopefully. So in the next 3 years, he will become our first active local provider, and hopefully not just for us, but for others. So that's the plan with Quique. So the lives of these 3 boys has been transformed in a way that I myself never thought it would. And in many ways, it also transformed us. I mean, it's really amazing to see how they have changed, how they have evolved, all they have understood. So these encouraged us to go and speak with a local foundation we had worked before called Niños con Alas. This foundation basically identifies, it works in Montevideo, it works on the education for children, which I personally believe is the only way, education is the only way we can actually change something. And they identify homes in different schools which are difficult homes. There's sometimes home with just one parent, or homes where there has been abuse, drugs, different things. And they have this amazing program that they call godparents. So basically you can be a godmother or godfather of a child. You pay for the education during primary, but you can also support this child. You can give advice, you can show them other realities, and be there for them. So we have 2 godchildren in Lares, and it's been amazing for us how this has worked for us. But as I told you before, I started guiding again. So when I guide, I always share everything about my life, and we talk a lot. So in these daily talks, I started sharing what we were doing. So we got some of our guests interested in this situation, and now we have 5 children that have godmothers, one from the US, one from Germany, and these children are having an amazing opportunity. Last year we did a reunion with them. We took them horseback riding. Some of them had never gone to the coast, some of them had never seen the countryside, some of them had never even ridden a horse or been close, or some of them had never had anyone doing something like this for them. So it was really, really amazing. There they are. This is Angelita. Her name is Engelke. We call her Angelita because she's really an angel. She's our godmother from Germany. And she's the godmother of Natalia. This is a girl that she was abused when she was a baby, and she almost lost a ear. So she has a terrible illness, and she was going to lose her ear. Now Angelita has more or less organized for her to get a special device, so she will be able to continue her studies and have more or less a normal life. So this is how powerful we can be. And I myself didn't know this. So I know that I'm not changing the world. I'm not changing the country. We're not even changing the city or the town where I live. But we're transforming lives. We're touching lives. And I think this is the point of what I want to share with you. Sometimes with a very little something, we can do a very, very big change in the life of someone. So knowing that we have this power, and that it does not have to be an action to change the world, just a simple thing that can change one life, it is not just a possibility anymore. I really, really think it's our responsibility. Thank you very much.